supreme schemes. Pax Dei, behold the new dawn. Raise the bar, blaze on and on. Innovation dreams on to the future, never withdrawn.
Okay, you didn't know it must be a laughter withdrawn. In the national streams Pax Dei the supreme schemes. You didn't know it must be a laughter withdrawn. In the electron never withdrawn. You didn't know it Mr. B's machines, coded legends, smashing dreams, were warriors, virtual screams, Pax Dei the supreme schemes.
Pax Dei, behold the new dawn. Raise the bar, blaze on and on. Innovation dreams on to the future, never withdrawn. Electric, unreal, fast scene. They gather round screens big and mean. Pax Dei's like wildfire spread. Heartbeats echo loud in your head. Spotlights blazing in gods on stage. Anticipation locking in a cage. Unveil the magic, worlds collide. Inner explosions can't hide. Spotlights blazing, game gods on stage. Anticipation locking in a cage. Unveil the magic, worlds collide. Inner explosions can't hide. Oh, Pax Dei, breaking the chains. Unreal fast fire in our veins. Virtual worlds, dreams come alive. Push boundaries out past the skies. Microphones crackle, voices ignite. Announcing future so bright. Pixelated dreams come near. Thunderous applause in the air. Legends meet reality's edge. Jumping off the digital edge. Pax Dei, grasp it with both hands. Turn your dreams into commands. Oh, Pax Dei, breaking the chains. Unreal fast fire in our veins. Virtual worlds, dreams come alive. Push boundaries up past the skies. Oh, Pax Dei, breaking the chains. Unreal fast fire in our veins. Virtual worlds, dreams come alive. Push boundaries up past the skies. Crowds electric, unreal fast scene. They gather round screens big and mean. Pax Dei's like wildfire spread. Heart beats echo loud in your head. Spotlights blazing in God's own stage. Anticipation locking in a cage. Unveil the magic.
Oh my goodness. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. How is everyone doing? Let me turn this sound down. Maybe. There we go. Hello. How is everyone doing? Batul, hello. Andrew Ball, hello. Tanalier, hello. JC, Tevin, Peggy. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Man, do we have maybe something today? I don't know. What are we gonna see? Pete, what's up? I don't know what we're gonna see. It could be anything. It could literally be anything. But I'm excited for it. Whatever it is, we're gonna talk about it. This morning. We're gonna speak to what we think and maybe write some stuff down as to what we might see in today's Unreal Fest live stream. Thor and Sulka are both going to be here to show off whatever they're doing. And I say here, like not here, but they're going to be, they're up in Seattle. They're going to talk about what is coming in Pax Dei. They're also going to talk about some of the tech and other stuff like that. So I'm thinking we're gonna see a couple of things today. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're gonna see a couple of things today. Some things are gonna be new. Some things are not gonna be so new. Maybe we're going to get a date for what we've all been waiting for, the autumn update. Maybe, but either way, I need to do an intro just because I will get fired if I don't do my intros. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Eltarii, the professional gamer. This is another Pax Dei live stream, a very professional Pax Dei live stream to be specific, and we are going to be going over a bunch of what we think is going to be coming with the autumn update, specifically what's going to get announced today at the Unreal Fest. I'm pretty excited for it. It looks like it's going to be starting, at least the live stream portion is going to be starting in like 13 minutes, 14 minutes, something like that. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to have a wonderful time talking about it. But first things first, I'm glad that all of you are here because let's be real, it ain't as fun when you play in Pax Dei by yourself. And I think this build is a pretty good example of that in particular. And yeah, we've been working. Definitely some work has been done. But wait, there's more. Cultist. Yes, thank you. Tapio, hello. Welcome. Tapio is a member of the Golden Company. Same with JC. Welcome, both of you. Now, okay. I do kind of want to take some time here at the very beginning just to kind of talk about what the heck we are going to see today. Let's see. Do I have... Look at this. Hello. Isn't that great? We just have our own little worksheet here because we're going to talk about what the heck we think is going to be coming with the live stream today. Now, let's see if I can move this right over here. Okay, so the live stream. What up, Blacklight? How are you doing? Do I know how many plots in total? Yeah, it's like 140, 150, 130, between 130 and 150 plots. Ish is about where we're at. Okay. So really quick, today I can spell. We're talking about the Unreal Fest, all right? This is the thing that 180 plus, is that what the count is? Well, Mana is also including the Golden Cove, which is not in this shot as well. We actually haven't done all of that. Let's see here. I wish for decent content, cause for now, get bored pretty fast with whole clan 10 plus players, too repetitive for gameplay. I could see you saying that. I think the new update is going to feature a lot of new things for people to do. The repetitive content that you're referencing right now for 10 players, I do think that there's a need for more reasons to go out into dungeons and to explore. I can guarantee you that most people who have like 10 plus players that they're working together with, not all 10 of those players have all of the best gear that they could get in game. There's also no reason to get the best gear in game unless you're just wanting to get the best gear in the game. So there needs to be reasons for there to be good gear that you get and you work for and you farm, unless, you know, we can just qualify having good gear is good enough of a reason to do anything. I don't think that is necessarily so. I think that there is a need for people to be given a reason to need to go and do these things. So just to recap, we're talking about the autumn update. And with the autumn update, things that we know are going to be coming, we know that there's going to be knighthoods. And with knighthoods, we also know that there's going to be parishes, most likely. We also know that knighthoods include PvP. We also know that there's going to be solo PvE content. We also know that there's going to be markets, which include gold, right? These are things that they've already kind of spoken about and all of that. So I think that is pretty close to what we're looking at for the autumn update. There's obviously some smaller things in there as well, like more spells. Now, the important thing about more spells is it's not where do you get spells from? You get them from armor. So that means we're going to potentially be getting more armor as well, unless they add a bunch of other, random stuff. Let me move this so my head's not blocking it. Ta-da. All right. So that's kind of what is coming in the update itself. Now, for this particular Unreal Fest, what can we expect to see? Now, Unreal Fest is like a tech demo. It's like a thing for like all of the developers that are using the Unreal Engine. It's an opportunity for them to kind of show the cool stuff that they're doing and the innovative stuff that they're doing. So for Unreal Fest, or OOF as we can call it, what do we expect What do you all think we are going to see? Now, I think we're going to see a lot of showing off of tech. Have they confirmed parishes? Or are we just assuming because previous interviews tied to religion and to knights? They have mentioned in a couple of different articles that parishes are connected to knighthoods. So I think it is safe to assume that there's going to be some form of parish or religious system if they add knighthoods. So if they're going to add knighthoods, Dapper, then I would assume they're going to add parishes. It would be a little weird for them to just add knighthoods without adding parishes, but who knows? Farming is noted in the roadmap and on the main website. Yes, cultist. So you'd be shocked if they don't mention it. So we're saying we have farming might be shown today. That would be cool. That is also linked to tech, so I could see that. Blacklight, I presume we will see a showcase of new lights and different fires we could potentially see. Blue fire, for example. Okay, so you're saying more on the tech side. So new effects. So this could be things for like spells too, like fire. Okay. But we're going to get some world building, server structure, and other back end stuff. Okay, so Batul, you're saying more tech side as well. Okay. So let's see. How the world's built. How it's made. All right, so this could be world. This could be server. And then let's see here. Barumex over on YouTube said behind the scenes of upcoming combat system. So that could also be here, how it's made for the combat system. All right. Okay, so Batul, you're also saying like combat animation and stuff like that. Good morning, Wes. How are you? So I think we're going to see knighthoods. We know it's coming, right? I think we're going to see knighthoods and how that's done. Oh, with that being said, y'all, I think what we're going to see today, hold up. What we're going to see today is definitely permissions. Is that how you spell it? Nah, whatever. Permissions, y'all. We're going to see permissions. It's got to be permissions. The whole permission system. They teased that such a long time ago. They teased that such a while ago. Frank Sculpts, Tanelier, says environmental. So you're thinking more on how nanite might be used, dynamic weather. So we're going to say weather. Weather system. And then new dynamic water and lighting with 5.4. So this is going to be just UE 5.4 tech. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got to see permissions today. I mean, I know it's not something that's like, I know it's not something that's really like, man, I really need to see this. I hope we see this. Like something that people are going to get really hyped up about and excited for. But it's something that everyone has wanted for a really long time. One of the most requested, features has been actually the permission system. What else? What else do we think we're going to see? I think now's a good time for them to show us. Let me just move this down a bit here. We need more room. Let's move it down here and then move it back. All right, so I think yeah, we might also see. What did I just say we were going to see? Oh, yeah, markets. I think this might be tied in with permissions, like the market system and permissions. Maybe. Maybe. We got 10 more minutes to burn here. Now, when we're talking about the weather system, to be specific, in the past when they've spoken about it, they have mentioned that the weather system is more effect-based. It's not necessarily survival-based. It's not like the weather is going to do damage to our buildings or something like that. They haven't mentioned that, at least. So with that, I don't think the weather system is going to be something where like you're too cold, you're too warm, something along those lines, but it will be kind of effects, like different seasons, maybe other things like that. Now, I could see seasons being something that comes later on, and maybe that affects what types of crops we can harvest and grow, I guess, as well, potentially. But I think so. I'm pretty sure that they only have like a 15 or 30 minute slot here. I don't think it's going to be a crazy large amount. Like, I don't think it's going to be too crazy. If I had to pick like 3 or 4, I'd say we're going to get, let's see, get a How It's Made for sure, and knighthoods. Out of the list that we have so far, I think we'll see like the How It's Made, the world server combat, something like that, How It's Made. And then maybe knighthoods, permissions, and markets. Those are the 4 things I think we're going to see today. Yes, so the whole fest in and of itself is an hour and a half. That is true. I don't think they're going to have Pater and Sulka talking the entire time. I don't think it's an hour and a half featurette for PAX Day. They're probably going to have several developers kind of up and sharing different things about their game. Elator, what's up? Hello. Good morning. But for you, I think it's good night, good afternoon. I'll be happy with anything that draws players back to the game soon. Yeah, I think, goodness, look at what I'm doing here. Let me make it so you guys can see each other's messages here too. What am I doing? So let's actually, let me move this over here. So I think 6 p.m. Goodness. Yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna see. It would be so cool if we got farming tech, like if they showed us some of the farming stuff that's gonna be coming for PAX Day. I mean, I know it's on the roadmap, so it's coming sooner rather than later. Pinduin, hello. Good morning. Hope y'all are having a great morning, midday, or afternoon. But yeah, I think, I don't know. I feel like it's a good opportunity for them to kind of share a little bit about what they're doing and kind of just generically everything that's going on with PAX Day. I don't know if Unreal Fest is the place where we're going to really learn too much more. Like, is it, we have to ask ourselves, is this a marketing thing for us, like the consumers of PAX Day? Or is this a marketing thing for more investors and like showing off tech and trying to attract new employees or something like that? What is the goal for Unreal Fest? I think based on, let's take a look here. So if we go here and we take a look, this is the event page, right? So it's a bunch of different sessions, areas to explore. It's kind of like a expo. There's gaming, there's developers. Okay, there's meetups. There's some weird dancing things that go on. So it's basically just a kind of gathering for people who develop for Unreal Fest. So to me, it's more going to be sided on the dev side. I know that this was kind of featured on their LinkedIn and stuff like that before we heard about it, but maybe they're using this as an opportunity to kind of share a little bit more to us as well. They did post it on community updates, so there is that as well, which is nice. Now, I guess that begs the question, where on YouTube are we going for this? Where on YouTube are we going? Try searching again. Unreal Fest. Here it is. All right. We have 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay, here we go. How exciting.
Creation, elevation, bending space and time.
Oh, is this that thing by Amazon? No. Y'all know that that new TV series, I think it's by Amazon, where it's a bunch of kind of vignettes of different games. I think it comes out in December. I'm pretty excited for it. Julinall, hello and welcome to chat. My guess is that they will show off their equipment dynamic wear. They have highlighted that shortly in earlier videos, and that is technically interesting to UE5 devs. You know what? I can see that. I can see what you're saying there, where it's them kind of featuring a little bit more of like maybe the different material tech. And hello, Mana, welcome. Like material tech, the wear and tear of materials. Hey, there's Pax Dei. Let's go. Talos Principle, Sanctuary, Lotus Technology Initiative. So maybe, is this maybe the order that things are coming as well? Who knows? I wasn't paying attention to how long into it we were. Hey, Chrono Odyssey. Man, there is so many games being made on Unreal now. Dune. Let me know if you guys can't hear it. If it's not loud enough. I feel like it should be. But if it's not, let me know. On the other hand, the last Friday announcement might have been part of the prep for the fest. Yeah, it could be. Showing off building, showing off different types of buildings and stuff, maybe. Ah. So Tanneler's saying it's probably going to be closer to like more textile demo in engine in Pax Dei. I can see that. Yo, Monopoly, let's go. Who wants to bet that Throne and Liberty is going to show up here at the very end? Can we get an F in chat for Pal World as well? They're currently being sued by Nintendo/Pokemon. I feel for them. I mean, I guess they knew it was coming. I guess they knew it was coming. Thank you. The solemn F for Pal World. So this is a whole Amazon publishing. Is that what this is? Because they showed Amazon at the very beginning, but now this is Nexon. I don't think that is. They're just showing random stuff now. They're just showing random stuff. Or is this supposed to be something? It is. Okay, so this is just everything that is on AWS. That's what it is. The First Descendant. Isn't that out already? First Descendant? Tevin, I don't know if people still play PUBG. I feel like Apex took it over, and then people have kind of slowly gotten tired of the grind on a lot of those. I feel like it's not as popular. Now this is interesting. So the developers chose for how they did the marketing here. It's just words on the bottom of the screen. They didn't want to have someone's voice come over. I wonder how much they had to pay for this little featurette, this little spotlight. The closer you're at to the very beginning of a stream, people do have a tendency to tune in more. I wonder if it costs more to have your little game snippet featured at this point in relation. Yeah, I think that what we saw was less Amazon developing on UE5 and more Amazon Web Services being shown off, because AWS they're probably going to have, maybe they're going to have an announcement today with, you know, a deeper integration with AWS on Unreal Engine. So they're not pushing Lumberyard on people, but they are pushing AWS on people. It's also because AWS makes a lot more money than Lumberyard ever will. In fact, I bet AWS makes more money than Unreal 5 ever will. There's so many different industries that use AWS. What are all of the numbers on the top right? I don't understand that. Anime School Simulator. Wow. Yo, okay. I heard that this game was actually hilarious. Isn't it made by the same people who did like Goat Simulator or something like that? And you can just have a squirrel walking around with guns, collecting those acorns, baby. Yeah, it's like the most random game ever. You just make a squirrel. Okay, so here's the tech side of it. So maybe this is more of what we're going to be seeing. Because technically this all officially has started, right? We're at 9:04 local time. So we're 4 minutes past when it was supposed to start. Drake, Pax Day will not have terraforming. Not now, and not for a really long time. In terms of their game development discussion when they first were forming the game, they've mentioned this before in the past. Terraforming is something that they didn't plan for originally, and it's something that if they include, it would have to really work out for, you know, bettering the game in some way, shape, or form. But I don't think that terraforming is something that they're really going to bring in for PAX Day in any significant level where like you can mine through mountains or, you know, build underground or something like that. The tech isn't there for Unreal Engine currently, and they don't know where that tech is going to be in a year, 2 years, 5 years, but they can't develop their game in anticipation of that because they don't even know how UE is going to actually be able to integrate terraforming in Unreal Engine. So it's something that might come if Unreal Engine allows for it to happen in the future. But at the end of the day, they're developing their game in a certain way where if you have terraforming, then, you know, there are parts of their system that kind of biases where roads are, where points of interest are, and all of that based on, you know, bringing players together to these kind of focal points. You can't do that if players are just terraforming and mining through mountains and, you know, popping out on the other side. I also think that, I mean, they were just talking about kind of the memory cost for a server, right? And for when we have buildings on that server, could you imagine how difficult it would be for them to store all of the data for every time one person goes and hits the ground somewhere? Now all of the, you know, bits and pieces need, the mesh for the world needs to be updated and stored, and they have to resave that every single time that is updated. It would be a lot of data, a lot of data. I can do without holes dug in the earth, says JC. Yeah, I agree. Timeless, hello, good morning. Food and water. No, when's the next wipe? I think we might hear about it today. I think they might mention that they're switching over to, I don't think they are going to have to wipe for Unreal 5.3, but maybe they do. Maybe they do a partial wipe. Maybe they do a plot wipe. Maybe they do a skill wipe. I feel like they're going to do something. I could see that. What is this? Oh, this looks like animation made by people. That's pretty cool. Oh, is this like a featurette of what different small studios have done? Yeah, because I saw UCLA on there, University of Hertfordshire, Centennial College, George Brown. Yeah, I feel like these are student projects. That's pretty cool. Salzburg. Yeah, I like that. Dragonfly copters is a cool concept. I agree. Dune knows what's what. So is it that it's starting late, or that this is part of the presentation? Because I feel like some of this stuff we've seen before, others of it we haven't. Chapman University. Fun fact about Chapman University, it's where the creators of Stranger Things came from. The two directors. It's a potato. You know, it's so fun when they just show all these things rapid fire and you just say, wow, I wonder what that game is. And then you forget about it until the next time you see it. Or you remember, oh, I've seen this before. One game I wonder if they're going to show at all is, have you all heard of this game called Sand? It's a kind of steampunky style game. You know, there's guns and stuff like that. But you can get walkers, like steampunky walkers, and it is really, really cool. And I think it's an open world PvP game. You group up with a small group of players and you kind of go around the world looting things, and then I don't know what I'm watching right now. Then you will find other players and have to fight them over limited resources. But it looks really, really cool. Like the steampunky kind of walkers, and then guns plus melee combat. I think it's first person. Looks really cool. Dress Nikki up, y'all. What is this? This looks like a G-rated version of Breath of the Wild, but multiplied by 1,000,000 times anime. Her outfits give different buffs. I wish my outfits gave different buffs. All right, so we've got actually something. Let's go. What are we looking at? Get mainframe on first, please. I want to see mainframe talk. They came all the way from Iceland to talk. They're in Seattle right now. That's pretty much the other side of the world for them. That game is literally called Squirrel with a Gun. I thought that was Pax Day. It said the perfect frontier. There we go. Let's go Pax Day. Now, on that, it looks kind of like the same Pax Day that we've seen before. Didn't look like there was any new stuff yet. Tim Sweeney.
Hello. Hello, and welcome to Unreal Fest Seattle. So this is our big event for all developers who do cool stuff with Epic's tools and technology.
Can you all hear that okay?
It's for people using Unreal Engine for games, Unreal Engine for enterprise. It's for Fortnite creators and partners using the Epic Games Store, the Epic Online Services Suite, and soon to be released digital content marketplace, Fab. So,
how about now?
We're all here to help you to build better content and to build it more economically. Now, last year's Unreal Fest began with some sad news. The company had to get its finances in order, and we just had some major layoffs. And we spent the last year rebuilding and also really executing solidly on all fronts. I'm happy to tell you now that the company is financially sound, and that Fortnite and Epic Games Store have hit new records in concurrency and success. Fortnite hit 110 million monthly active users last holiday, an all-time peak.
Gotta come out here and rep Fortnite for about 10 minutes. Let's go.
And this is all happening in the context of a game business that's rapidly changing in a way that's we've only seen a few times in our lifetimes as game developers. It's a generational change, and one of the manifestations we're seeing right now is a lot of games are released with high budgets, and they're not selling nearly as well as expected, whereas other games are going incredibly strong. What we're seeing, the real trend here, is that players are gravitating towards the really big games where they can play with more of their friends.
Wait,
And so this is
did he just trash talk
a
on
manifestation
Outlaws?
of
They just
Metcalfe's
came
law.
out.
Metcalfe's law is the idea that the value of a network or a game or a social experience grows in proportion to the number of your friends that you can connect to. And in the world of gaming, that means you and your friends getting together and playing games, chatting by voice, attending concerts, and doing all other kinds of cool virtual things online. And this trend, some people will call it the metaverse, and we're not all in agreement on what this means. You know, some people, when they hear the word metaverse, they think of what Facebook is doing with VR and now AR. Some people use the metaverse to describe everything they don't like about the current Fortnite season. But you know, when you look at what's happening in the world of Fortnite, it's new and it's exciting and it's something that's never happened at this scale in the history of entertainment, with an original story that's evolving, with original content, and also all of the world's brands participating and dropping in, with musicians reaching users, Disney and Star Wars and others, all coming together to create a world-class entertainment experience that's ever evolving and live. And that's really what we think that the future of gaming is about. And Epic's primary goal for this decade is to help all developers achieve what we've achieved. And our strategy for doing this over time is to share everything we've built with you.
Terrible
so that you can do these same things. And this is
he's
not
the
just a
CEO,
message
he's
to
gotta
game
come up and
developers,
talk.
it's also a message to the entire
It's an
real-time 3D
expectation.
content industry. Everybody who's doing cool stuff with real-time 3D has an opportunity here. There's film and television, which is now using
I'm just
Unreal
impressed with
Engine
how
for virtual
thick those
production on a
glasses
massive
are.
scale.
Can y'all see that?
There's architecture
at
firms,
this.
there's automotive companies, there's fashion, there's music, and there's gaming, both using Unreal Engine internally for their industrial
poor
enterprise
eyeballs.
use, but also reaching customers through the world of Fortnite and other Unreal Engine games. And the common thread linking all of this is that we all
It's the
aim
voice
to reach
from Real
the
Player
world
One.
with our stuff, and we're all using the same tools to make our stuff. And this is coming together in an unprecedented scale. I think Fortnite is just one demonstration. Other games are doing similar things, but as this is adopted more widely by the entire world, we think it's a growth opportunity for everybody and for a way out of the game industry's current malaise. And so I wanted to back up and talk about the long term, what Epic is going to be doing for the rest of this decade on the road from where we are today to Unreal Engine 6. And if you look around at everything that's happening, even here at Unreal Fest, you can see there are clearly two distinct threads of development going on. First of all, there's Unreal Engine 5 for high-end game development, targeting consoles and mobile and PCs, bringing ever more features and performance and capabilities to build world-class photorealistic and stylized experiences of all sorts. And there's a new thread of development with the Unreal Editor for Fortnite, which is easier to use and aspires to
We're
build
gonna do this Unreal
a new
Editor stuff again.
standards-worthy framework for game
did that
development,
last year, too.
including the Verse scripting language, very easy to use gameplay programming APIs that work in Fortnite now and will work in the broader context of Unreal Engine in the future, including the scene graph, which gives programmers access to everything that's happening in the entire simulation. And over the next
simulation.
few years,
He just talked
we're going to
about
be bringing these two threads of development together, bringing together the best of Unreal Editor for Fortnite and its ease of use and pioneering, and the best of Unreal Engine 5 and even more high-end features that we build over time to bring Unreal Engine 6. And the aim here is to create new foundations for gameplay programming that are easier and also way more scalable, to create new foundations for networking, enabling scaling to huge simulations across entire data centers. And our other major aim for this is to bring together the different and disparate threads of development that developers face when they're making a decision about how to build a product. Do you build a standalone mobile game, PC game, a console game, a game in Fortnite, a game in Roblox? We want to enable everybody to build a game once and then Choose one or all, to ship it standalone in the app stores on all platforms, to ship it into Fortnite live, and to ship it even into other Unreal Engine 6 games which participate in
It
this,
does look a little uncomfortable, doesn't it?
approach for the future. And we're looking at this not only as an Unreal effort, but as an industry-wide effort. And we're participating in standards bodies like the Metaverse Standards Forum and Kronos Group to define standards applicable to all engines and all digital content creation tools. The ultimate aim of this effort is to achieve technical interoperability between games and game engines of all sorts, and to achieve economic interoperability in an open system so that game developers can easily build experiences standalone or in Fortnite or anywhere in which purchases in one place are honored in other places. And the entire economy is an open economy where everybody can participate. Now, you've heard a lot over the last year about the Disney partnership. Epic and Disney are working together to build a new Disney ecosystem that is Disney's, but is also fully connected to Fortnite, such that anything you get in one place can work in the other place, and your experiences aren't disconnected. You can have the same friends, the same items, and the same social experience as you go.
Please no.
And this partnership is just the first step towards an open system in which we and all companies and creators can participate together in the future as peers. One really important aspect to this effort is Epic's fight to open mobile platforms to competition. Because for a vibrant digital ecosystem to exist in the future, we need fair competition and an end to these monopoly rent collectors. Apple and Google have a totally broken vision for the world, which is to limit what developers can do, to impose ever more restrictions, to prevent things like the metaverse from happening, or to tax it to the point where they're extracting all of the profit from it. And we're at a point now where game development is expensive, it's low margin, and game companies are suffering. Apple and Google make way more profit from most games than the developers make themselves, while contributing nothing back. And this has to change.
Y'all, is this the anti-Steam shout-out right now for the Epic Game Store?
But if we also look back to our roots, I grew up programming an Apple II computer that followed the Steve Wozniak vision for Apple, not the modern bleak vision of Apple. It was an open platform.
Ooh.
You turn your computer on, you get a basic prompt, you can start typing code right there and there, and everybody becomes a programmer. You can share the things you build with your friends. You don't have to ask any corporation's permission. It just highlights that open platforms are more fun. There's just way more innovation on Windows and Mac and Linux, where developers can do whatever they want, unconstrained by these gatekeepers. There's way more opportunity, and there's way more enthusiasm for what can happen among users and among developers themselves. So among the fights we've taken on here, we have Epic versus Apple, a major court case that is still an ongoing fight. We're still fighting to open up payments so that developers can process payments without Apple mediation and without Apple junk fees. We had a massive victory in Epic versus Google at the end of last year, in which a jury found against Google on all counts. We saw a major change in the European Union, where Europe passed the Digital Markets Act. It came into effect, and now Fortnite has returned to iOS, but only in Europe, because the other countries haven't gotten around to fixing their laws to enable this opening up. But relief is on the way. The UK and Japan have passed new laws, and there's major legislation in many major developing countries all around the world. And the world is changing for the better. Though there's much more to do, we're going to keep fighting on until there's an ultimate victory.
Absolutely poo-pooing on Apple.
Thank you for the thanks. And now we're trying to use all of our capabilities in order to eventually bring victory on this. And one of the cool capabilities we have in this fight is the Epic Game Store. And I'd like to invite Steve Allison on stage to talk about the cool things we're doing with Epic Game Store now.
I don't like the Epic Game Store, y'all. I literally wait a year.
Wow. Hi, everybody.
So I don't have to
thank you, Tim.
Use the Epic Game Store.
Hi, I'm Steve Allison, and I'm the general manager for the Epic Games Store. The Epic Games Store is expanding to become a multi-platform app store across PC, Mac, iOS, and Android. And on August 16th, we took the first step, launching on Android worldwide and on iOS in the European Union, thanks to the Digital Markets Act. We plan to expand our iOS footprint into the UK and Japan later in 2025. We launched this early version of the Epic Games Store on mobile with just our games, Rocket League Sideswipe, Fall Guys, and the return of Fortnite to mobile. We want to get as many players as possible to install the Epic Games Store on mobile before launching the first wave of games from third-party developers this holiday. In September, the Epic Games Store set a new record for monthly active users, hitting 70 million, and we are on track to set a new all-time record for peak monthly active users in Q4 during this upcoming holiday season. And our team has been working tirelessly to bring key mobile titles to the store, and we're excited to give you a sneak peek at one today from our friends at Studio Wildcard. Developed by Grove Street Games, Arc Ultimate Home Edition puts all the content from the full PC and console mobile experience in the palm of your hand, including all the DLC. And we're thrilled to announce Arc Ultimate Mobile Edition is coming later this year to the Epic Games Store on Android, worldwide, and on iOS in the EU. Guys are awesome. And Tim just did a great job talking about all the pressure that our industry is under for margins and profitability and the really headwinds that we're all fighting across the board. And we are in a battle for fair distribution that is really about the future of gaming. And why? So that every project that you build and that you launch isn't a bet on the entire existence of your company. And this is truly a critical time of change. And the Epic Games Store is built to help you maximize every dollar that you earn. And as we expand and evolve into the first true multi-platform store, our core principles and programs come across seamlessly from PC to mobile.
If you make a bad game, then your company doesn't deserve to continue existing, right?
You also have the opportunity to keep 100% of every dollar that you make if you use your own payment solution for in-app purchases. And with our opt-in exclusivity program, Epic First Run, you receive 100% of net revenue for the initial 6 months after release. And don't forget, Unreal Engine licensees pay 0% Unreal Engine royalties on all Epic Games Store sales using Epic's payment processor. But that's not all. There's really one more thing, and the reason I'm even here today at this keynote is to announce amazing new Unreal Engine pricing terms that will be game-changing for your business. Starting on January 1st of next year, we are introducing Launch Everywhere with Epic. And through this program, we are offering a royalty rate reduction from the standard 5% to 3.5%. And to participate
on all stores.
Super cool. Thank you. And to participate in this program, you'll need to ship your Unreal Engine game first or simultaneously on the Epic Games Store on all platforms where you ship your game, and we have a store.
The original
This includes PC, Mac, and in Android, and in the future, iOS. And when you launch everywhere with the Epic Games Store, you benefit everywhere that you offer your game. This means eligible games will get the rate reduction across all stores, include Steam, and all platforms where you offer your game, and that includes all consoles. This is a powerful incentive for you to activate all of the incredible Epic Games Store opportunities and benefit everywhere. And we can't wait to work with you. I invite you to join Tim and me in just a few moments at 11 a.m. for our session with Aptoid and AltStore, where we'll talk about the changing mobile landscape and the new opportunities for developers. Thank you so much.
So they've full-on pulled that back, y'all, because they're really trying to capture people even
Thank
on
you,
Steam.
Steve. Hi, everyone.
They couldn't compete, so they had
I'm
to
Bill
pull
Clifford.
It back.
I'm the GM of the Unreal Engine business here at Epic Games. You know, Unreal Engine and the Epic Games Store are definitely better together, and we really hope that you'll take advantage of this opportunity to reach more players and improve your margins.
Not reaching more players.
All right, here we
Steam
all are
reaches all
together in Seattle. Look at all the beautiful Unreal Engine developers. I love it. Who here joined us at Fest in New Orleans? Let me hear it. All right, woo. Got a lot of veterans. That city was so good to us over the past few years, and we had a lot of fun, maybe too much fun. I can say that for myself. But you know, we wanted to take the show on the road, mix it up a little bit. Seattle was our next best stop, we thought, and we've got an amazing developer community here. We've got an amazing partner community, a busy Epic office down the road in Bellevue, and of course, Seattle has great people, a legendary music scene, and unbelievable food. I can attest to that because I used to live down the street years ago, and I put on at least 20 pounds just eating my way through Pike's Place
Yeah,
Market
I mean,
every day
Dave,
like
I
a grizzly
completely
bear.
agree with you.
Still working on
When
that.
you make a product, you
We've
make
got
it
a
for
great
the
show
consumer, not
lined up for you. You just heard from Steve
the
about what's
developers.
happening with the Epic
You
Game
have to
Store. I hope you like
adjust.
that announcement. Simon is
You
going
have
to show
adjust
you
your
what the
business
engine team's
strategy
got
to
cooking.
accommodate for the customer.
Dax
not
is
the
going
other
to
way
talk
around.
about the Fortnite ecosystem. And of course, Dana will introduce some special guests who are here to showcase all of their amazing work. Now, I know this isn't our official State of Unreal presentation, but let me just tell you, thanks to your incredible work and your support, the State of Unreal is the strongest it's ever been. There are now over 850,000 of you actively working on projects in the engine every month. That's an all-time high, and we should break 1 million MAU next year. That's right. Thank you. We also have a thriving ecosystem of service providers,
It's also because
trainers,
Unity
and
kind of completely
educators.
fell
Many of
apart.
you are here with us today. You're helping teams make the leap to UE. You're reskilling, upskilling, and growing the overall Unreal developer talent pool. You're doing God's work, people. We thank you, we love you, and we're here to support you. We've got more than 12 industries represented here at Fest this week. You are all the leaders of a real-time 3D revolution that's accelerating innovation across all industries and shaping the future of entertainment. Let's take a look at just a few highlights from across industries so far this year. In animation, The Amazing Digital Circus from Gooseworks and Glitch Productions is a dark comedy series and a YouTube viral sensation with 343 million views on the pilot alone. Later this week, on October 4th, it's coming to Netflix with episodes 1 through 3 available to stream there and on YouTube.
That sounds cool.
I had the chance to hang out with some of the Glitch team at Unreal Fest in Gold Coast, and I couldn't be happier for them. It was a great bunch. Virtual production has been transformative across the entertainment industry. We'd like to give a shout out to Synapse Virtual Production, Flawless Post, and Metaphysic for pulling out all the stops with Unreal Engine and with MetaHumans to create Eminem's Houdini video, which won the MTV VMA for Best Visual Effects. You can see here how the transitions
Such a good video.
from live action to Eminem and virtual sets to the comic book treatment all work so well together to tell an irreverent superhero story. Moment Factory is tackling one of the world's most complex media canvases, bringing immersive, innovative live concert experiences to the Sphere in Las Vegas.
I still have yet to go to
The team
the
delivered
Sphere.
an absolutely mind-bending audiovisual experience for Fish fans this summer. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the trip to Vegas. Trey, Fish, I know you're watching the live stream of Unreal Fest. Please run it back next year so I can go. Now, shifting gears from psychedelic light shows to the scintillating world of aviation simulation, CAE, a world leader in flight simulators, selected UE5 to build its Prodigy visual system, which recently became the first game engine-based image generator to achieve Level D qualification from aviation authorities. For those of you who aren't aviation authorities, that's a really big deal. CAE Prodigy delivers a highly immersive training experience with photoreal environments that are modernizing pilot training for their customers around the world. Be sure to check out their session later today to learn more.
Flight Simulator 26.
A few years ago, the North Face set
24.
out on a digital transformation journey to identify and pilot new technologies that had the potential to transform how they go to market with new products and how they engage consumers digitally. They used the Unreal Engine to create this virtual showroom experience in partnership with Pixelpool, and this just scratches the surface of their work.
I
It
want
looks
to
so
see
real.
a
It's
cheeseburger in UE6.
unbelievable.
Yeah, me too.
In architecture, this groundbreaking project from the Boundary brings Neom's Magna region to life, flexing Unreal Engine's power and rendering detailed, large-scaled environments. Users can seamlessly transition from ground level to sweeping global views, offering both interactive exploration and the ability to generate stunning visuals on the fly. Now, speaking of stunning visuals, for the past 8 years, we've been working with car makers to revolutionize their pipelines, empowering them to use real-time 3D across design teams, engineering teams, sales teams, and marketing teams. During this time, we've also seen the rise of the software-defined vehicle. And as we approach fully autonomous driving, consumers are going to expect more immersive digital experiences
Jensen
in
Huang
the
is
car.
gonna show up
And they're
here.
also likely to be playing more games in the car, so it's important that we watch this space.
NVIDIA.
General Motors first used Unreal to serve up 3D HMI in the Hummer EV. And by the way, HMI stands for Human Machine Interface. In other words, all the kick-ass digital experiences that you see in your car. Rivian had Unreal Engine running in the R1T and the R1S the day they hit the road. Volvo Cars became the first European car maker to use Unreal for HMI development. And then Sony Honda Mobility recently revealed their Fila prototype, which will also use Unreal for its HMI.
Hey,
now, while
Unreal
the list goes on and on,
to
these
all
brands have one thing in common.
Platforms, okay, including
they're running
Tesla.
on the Snapdragon digital chassis from Qualcomm. Epic and Qualcomm have a long history of working together, from optimizing games like Fortnite to run on mobile,
will have an
bringing
Unreal
real-time
Engine
3D to
game
the
on
automotive
it,
industry.
okay?
And today they're here to help us turn up the heat even more. Everyone, please welcome Arvind Chander from Qualcomm to the stage. Arvind, what's up, man? Great to see you.
Hi, Bill. Thanks for having me here.
It's great to have you and the entire, there's a lot of you from Qualcomm here. I appreciate you joining.
I don't think they expected them
we've been
both to be on
collaborating
the
for a while
stage.
now. Why don't you tell everyone what's up next?
Yeah, happy to. We're excited to announce that Qualcomm is expanding our partnership with Epic Games. We'll be bringing to the market a unique offering combining the power of Unreal Engine and our Snapdragon cockpit platform. This demonstrates a new level of user experience and cohesive HMI product that's undeniably best in class. We're now offering a turnkey out-of-the-box solution to ensure that manufacturers can achieve optimal performance with reliability with the Unreal Engine on Snapdragon cockpit platform.
Arvind, how many cars on the road have this platform?
Great question. We currently have more than 350 million cars on the road using our Snapdragon digital chassis solution.
Arvind, that's
Fortnite's going to be on your Snapdragon processors.
a lot of cars.
We bring, we are excited to bring Unreal to a large OEM customer
It's
base.
there.
This opens the door to unprecedented visual fidelity, connectivity, and all the personalization that you would expect to have with advanced Unreal Engine work.
Ultra wide and
Thanks,
Honda
Arvind. We're
Civic.
super excited to bring Unreal-powered graphics.
It's a bigger screen than what I'm looking at
immersive
right
experience
now.
to drivers around the
This is
world,
nuts.
millions and millions of drivers around the world with Qualcomm. Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much.
See you soon.
Get off the stage. Thank you.
All right, let's talk about what's happening in games.
Yes.
From day one, our mission has been to revolutionize the creation process for
Pax
game
Dei.
developers. Since the public launch of UE5 in 2022, not too long ago in game development years, we've been working side by side with some of the most prolific studios in the world, like the Coalition and CD Projekt Red. Together, we're pushing the boundaries of the engine to help them
mainframe.
create vast, open worlds and incredible stories without any compromise. More and more studios like Crystal Dynamics, EA, and Riot Games are moving beloved franchises to Unreal Engine to give fans next-level graphics and amazing new gameplay experiences. We're also seeing a lot of developers launch completely new IP with UE5, and these games are achieving staggering results.
Pax Dei.
Black Myth Wukong has taken the world by storm, as we all know, selling more than 10 million copies in its first 3 days and breaking all kinds of player count records. Hats off to the game science team for just last week surpassing 20 million units sold. And we actually have a message from game science CEO Feng Ji about their journey so far. Don't worry if you don't speak Mandarin, we've got subtitles. Let's roll the video.
I was really worried.
大家好，我是游戏科学的冯骥。回顾我们做过的产品，使用虚幻引擎开发《黑神话：悟空》，可能是最正确的决策之一。尤其是在2021年，我们把整个项目升级到了 UE5，像 Lumen 和 Nanite 这样的技术，大大提升了我们游戏表现力的上限，也使得我们这样的小团队不用花太多的成本和人力去钻研图形技术，而可以把精力聚焦在去提升游戏乐趣上。那在未来呢，我们也会继续跟 IP 的深度合作，打造下一代更有沉浸感的虚拟体验。最后，祝
I
大
heard
家
this
在
game was pretty good.
西雅
I didn't
图
play it, but I heard it
玩
was
得
pretty
愉快
good.。
Thank you, Feng, and the entire game science team.
Get off the screen. Bring out
Awesome
mainframe.
stuff. In the indie space, the medieval city builder, Manor Lords, sold over 1 million copies in one day and broke concurrent player count records in their genre. Congrats to our friends at Slavic Magic for their incredible success. Over the last year, let's give it up for Slavic Magic. Thank you. Over the last year, we've begun to see Unreal Engine gain real traction with mobile developers. Here are just a few top-grossing mobile games from around the world, with many more in the pipeline as pioneers like Zynga and Scopely are actively
Mobile
using
games.
Unreal for their next projects. While we know Unreal can deliver amazing results on high-end mobile devices, we recognize we have a lot of work to do here, and we're well on our way. We're committed to improving the quality of life for mobile developers and helping you support as many devices as possible to reach as many players as possible. We want to be the engine of choice for mobile developers, and you're going to hear more about that from Simon in just a moment.
No.
Now, I know you've all been anxiously awaiting the arrival of Fab, our new unified digital asset marketplace. I'm excited to announce that we'll be launching this month.
What?
Fab is designed to bring you everything you need to build real-time 3D experiences in a single destination. It's
That's
an
not what
open
I was waiting for. I
marketplace
was waiting for Pax
creators
Dei.
across industries that will support all game engines and digital content creation tools. On launch day, all the
Unity.
amazing
Why are
content
they
on the Unreal
advertising
Engine
their
marketplace that
competitors
you
on
love will move over to Fab. And don't worry, everything you've previously purchased will still be available in your vault. The Quixel Megascans library is also moving to Fab and will be available for free through the end of the year for use across all engines, not just Unreal. The Quixel team will continue on their mission to
Best
scan
for
the world,
last.
bringing amazing new content to Fab on a regular basis. As promised, we'll be launching with loads of new free and paid real-time ready assets from some of the best digital artists in the world. As of today, our publisher portal is now open for general admission. So everyone can sign up to become a seller and begin submitting your content. And as an added incentive to get you started, you're going to keep 100% of sales through the end of the year, and then we'll revert to an industry-leading 88% rev share to creators. So come check out Fab when we launch. It's going to be worth the wait. Now, Fab is part of a growing ecosystem of
giving
tools,
away a lot
services,
of profit
content
from
offerings, and
initial
distribution
release.
opportunities that are designed to help small teams do big things. We continue to invest in all these tools, and we're focused on integrating workflows to help you build great experiences that reach massive audiences. Twinmotion is our easy-to-use visualization tool that's seen a 75% increase in new users year to date. We've introduced new templates and features to support designers and storytellers across all industries. Believe it or not, what you're seeing on screen is all running in Twinmotion, made without writing a single line of code. Our dev team's objective is to reduce time to magic to a bare minimum for people with really no 3D experience.
Time to magic.
Team's making great progress doing that.
Huh.
Reality capture and reality scan continue to bring you the best photogrammetry solutions for desktop and mobile. We're now processing 45 million scans a month, with hundreds of thousands of high-quality models being exported. We've continued to invest in the MetaHuman framework. We're trying to help you make the creation and animation of really believable digital humans faster and cheaper. And to date, there have been over 7.5 million MetaHumans created and exported.
I want to make my own MetaHuman.
Be sure to check out all these tools and services at the Expo. All right, who's ready to see what's coming in the 5.5 release? Let's welcome my friend, Simon Tourangeau. Thank you.
They're going to show 5.5.
Thanks, Bill.
UE 5.5 right now.
Hey, everyone. It's great to be here this morning. As you know, we've been licensing Unreal Engine for all kinds of projects for more than 28 years. And working with UE developers like you has always been what keeps us hungry to innovate and eager to build the tools we wish we had when we were just starting out. When we set out to build Unreal Engine 5,
You want to play
we wanted to
Eltarii
pursue
on
three
Pax Dei
things.
launch.
Photorealism in the real world, photorealism in real time, large open worlds, and performance without compromise. We built a number of ambitious demos like Lumen in the Land of Nanite, The Matrix Awakens, and Electric Dreams. Our intent with these demos is to always push the limits of the engine
You thought
and develop
Ajax,
groundbreaking
hello.
rendering technologies like
I'm not
Lumen,
MetaHuman, I
Nanite, and
promise.
Substrate, while improving core systems like animation, physics, and audio. And shipping our own games across a wide range of
Spaceman,
platforms
I'm trying to find that
helps
out
us
too.
improve and optimize Unreal's
Mainframe
tools
is
and
supposed to
workflows
be
for our
having
entire community.
a talk at some point during
We're
this
excited to
presentation.
announce that Unreal Engine 5.5 Preview 1 is available today.
They're going to be showing off some tech and possibly some new stuff coming in the autumn update or in the future.
In a few minutes, I'll show you another awesome demo that helped us push the engine even further. But before that,
No problem.
let's talk about some of the improvements we've made with rendering. Back in 2020, Nanite made it possible to render highly detailed assets that look great from any distance without having to worry about polygon count and LOD generation, greatly simplifying the workflows. And we're now getting closer to a full Nanite rendering pipeline, which will drastically improve performance. And with 5.5, we now have support for Nanite skeletal meshes. While this feature is still experimental, we've overcome many complex hurdles.
Whoa.
It currently supports linear blend skinning combined with
I don't
dynamic
like what that
displacement.
looks like.
And we're working on adding translucency support for high-quality characters. With this feature, you'll get incredibly fast rendering of crowds of hundreds of high-quality characters, including metahumans. Lumen was another giant step forward, bringing fully dynamic global illumination and reflections to increase realism and improve lighting
Atomic,
workflows.
they have not shown.
Since then, we've been
Pax
focused
Dei
on
stuff
improving
yet.
Lumen performance and quality for 60 FPS games. And with 5.5, hardware ray tracing is now faster and can be used by default on your projects to greatly
It's a cool
improve your
robot.
lighting quality. Our path tracer has been extremely useful both as a ground truth generator and for offline rendering cases. In 5.5, we're pushing it even further by adding Vulkan support for Linux render farms and bringing best-in-class temporal stability with a new denoiser that greatly reduces flickering in image sequences. Studios use path tracer to push the fidelity of the worlds they're creating, like our friends at Pure Imagination and Zebu Animation. They put path tracer to its spaces in the new film Piece by Piece, which opens in theater on October 11th. This is the animated biopic of Pharrell Williams,
gonna
all
say,
done in
that's
Unreal
the-
Engine, and we can't wait for you to see it.
Pharrell Williams biopic.
All right, I'm excited to give you all another look at how we're pushing the boundaries while staying true to our mission of delivering performance without compromise. To show you exactly what I mean, please join me in welcoming Wyatt Johnson and Victor Broughton to the stage.
That's not mainframe. Oh.
Thank
we
you,
got a live
Simon.
demo.
Hey, Victor.
Hey, everyone.
Let's jump right into it. When we look at where to take Unreal Engine in the future, we start with the user, asking ourselves how the tools and the tech get out of their way as they bring their ideas to life. One challenging limitation for our creators has been the cost of shadow casting lights. To that end, we've developed new technology that enables artists to use orders of
It's gonna be
magnitude
5
more
seconds of footage of
and
Pax Dei
higher
in the new
quality
engine.
light sources
Department of
than ever
Expectations
before.
Management.
Let's take an early look at this new feature we're calling megalights.
No
And who
news.
better to
I
guide
think
us
we
through
are
this
gonna get news.
experience
I'm pretty
than
sure
our
we're getting
intrepid explorer from Lumen in the land of Nanite, Echo. Let's see what's up ahead, Victor.
Always something new to discover.
Before we get into the details of megalights, I first wanted to talk about this environment. Built using a suite of brand new assets from the Quixel Megascans library, we've also partnered with Kitbash 3D. They're an awesome resource for 3D models and materials. You can soon find many of these assets on our new Fab Asset Marketplace if you want to use them in your own projects. Moving on, let's talk megalights. Unreal Engine is at its best when users can express themselves without technical constraint. Like Nanite did for triangles or Lumen for a global illumination, megalights removes limitation in a whole new category: direct lighting and shadows.
Oh, that's
Take, for
cool.
example, these textured area lights, considered the gold standard of offline rendering. Here they are, in real time, spilling vibrant color into the scene, casting soft shadows, and illuminating the environment in a way artists simply couldn't have done before.
That's so cool.
And a whole new tool in the Creator's Toolkit is huge, but that's not the only way megalights makes things better. Let's see what's next.
Hey there, little guy. Who are you?
So it looks like Echo has found herself in quite an interesting marketplace here. It's just about to open for the day. Let's turn on some of these shop fronts and see what's for sale.
Yo.
There's something missing though. The scene, it's flat, it's undefined. Let's turn on shadows, but not just for a few important lights, for every single light in the entire view.
Whoa. Okay, that kind of looks like what they do in Pax Dei, except it looks like it's
from
not
these main shop fronts
done
to
right.
the screens, the
Like, not
displays,
perfectly done.
the flickering oil lamps, string lights, candles, signs. We're free
There
to
was
use
the
whatever
fourth
lights
window.
we need to
Yay,
tell our
Pax
story
Dei.
and bring this beautiful environment to life.
I feel like they're coming after
Now, the density of
Star
light
Citizen
sources you
with this
see
kind
here,
of
it's extremely high.
visual fidelity.
And this is what you get when artists are working playfully, without limitation. Okay, let's go back to the scene.
It's a lot.
Victor, let's go
A lot of
further.
lines.
Let's activate all these animated drones and robots. Over 1,000 individual shadow casting light sources in this view alone.
Okay.
Little fireflies.
All of these lights, they're movable, dynamic, scattering through the volumetric fog, and Megalights handles this impressive scene without missing a beat.
What the heck?
As we continue on, it's worth mentioning that removing these limitations around light count and shadows, it doesn't just apply to point and spotlights, but
Frame
to
rate
area
change.
lights as well. Megalights enables artists to use area lights as freely as they would any other light source.
That door is opening in not the way I was expecting it to.
Now, whether you're using textured area lights, light
Oh,
functions,
this is cool.
crisp shadows, or lovely soft shadows,
Oh,
you can have huge numbers of lights of any type in whatever configuration works best for your scene.
wow.
Now, as we send Echo off on her next adventure, we should mention performance. What you've seen here is running live on a PlayStation 5.
This is running on a
Megalights
PS5?
is included in UE55.
What?
It's an experimental feature in 5.5, and you can also check it out on the expo floor if you want a closer look at all the pretty pixels.
What? This ain't on some mega rig. This is just on PS5?
Thank you very much.
That is nuts.
Back to you, Simon.
Now get off the stage, bring out mainframe.
Wow, thanks, guys. That was truly amazing. This feature will greatly simplify the lighting process and open up many possibilities. Now, with the awesome environments you can build with Nanite, Lumen, and our Quixel Megascans, you need characters to blend well into the scene to be believable and to move with smooth transitions.
PS5 is a graphics
Back at
mega
GDC,
rig?
we
Is it
showed you
really?
our new motion matching technology that helps you achieve smoother animation transition and locomotion that adapts to the environment.
Oh, this is
Creating
cool.
animation requires a lot of effort, and being able to do it in context in your environments makes that much easier. That is why we're continuing to invest in developing a
Pax Dei
world-class
has
animation authoring
some
system
of that, where just all
and
of the
removing the need
animations
to
can
round
kinda,
trip to
like, more
DCC or
seamlessly
any external tools.
mold together.
Some of the improvements we've made in 5.5 include deformers that are now much easier to use and can be added to Sequencer with just one click. Time warp curves and animation layers have been added, enabling non-destructive editing on top of existing animation or mocap. Choosers help you make selections in animation blueprint systems. And finally, the skeletal editor is now production ready. Character creation and customization is another area where we invested in order to simplify content creation
Mainframe had a
workflows.
recruitment open for earlier
The Mutable
this year. They
plugin
didn't
makes
announce
it
it was
easier to
starting that
support a
well,
wide
did they?
range of variations on characters or skeletal meshes. For example,
I
it
would
hides
love
hair when
for more
equipping a
parkour
helmet.
to be in Pax Dei.
Can also procedurally tuck pants into boots and hide parts of layered clothing to prevent Z-fighting.
Oh,
It reduces
that's
the
what
number of
they
draw calls
need.
by optimizing and merging mesh sections
We're
and
gonna have to wait
textures. And all of
till
this can be
UE
achieved simply by
5.5 in
using a
order for
graph,
them to stop having my
reducing the need for
chainmail
your team
fuse
to
through
create
my
character variations
breastplate.
individually. Plugin will ship as beta in 5.5, and we've included a content sample to help you get started.
That is pretty cool.
You can also leverage machine learning to keep your characters more realistic. Our simulation system can be used to provide high-fidelity ML training data for clot and muscle deformation. And while we're talking about simulation and physics, in 5.5, we've added support for customizable vehicles that provide a building block style assembly, giving you the flexibility to configure and customize your vehicles with ease.
Why'd they end it right before they fell off the ledge?
As for chaos physics, we're committed to making it the most performant, accurate, and simple to use simulation system. In 5.5, we've made significant optimizations and expanded the chaos visual debugger to help with performance analysis and debugging. Now, let's talk about audio. A few years ago, we introduced MetaSounds, our procedural audio engine, to give more control and better controls to audio designers. With 5.5, we improved productivity and performance with MetaSound pages, which can be used to swap graphs to target low-spec platforms.
For people to
the relative render cost
applaud,
metric, which
and
helps
just
limit
like,
CPU usage.
Anytime now.
And many updates to Audio Insights, our analyzer and profiler tool. For all you audiophiles in the room, be sure to stop by our audio booth in the expo to dig deeper into these updates. Now, you've heard how important mobile development is to us. And with 5.5, we're making it easier than ever to build high-end games on mobile devices that now rival last-gen consoles. With enhanced platform support, our goal is to help you reach more players by fully utilizing the power of modern mobile hardware. With mobile preview, you'll now be able to match device visuals, including resolution, aspect ratio, safe zones, mesh LODs, and texture details. And you can seamlessly switch between different performance profiles and devices to ensure players are getting the best possible experience on any device.
Uh-oh.
Like Steve mentioned earlier, we brought Fortnite back on iOS in Europe. With this effort, we took the opportunity to optimize UE's mobile performance and memory even further. Being developers ourselves and creating Fortnite internally helps us make the engine better for all of us. And this is not the end. We are committed to improving the mobile experience in UE,
on mobile,
so
but I just
expect more in the future.
Really do that.
When I joined Epic about 8 years ago, my mandate was to expand Unreal Engine into new areas like automotive and virtual production.
Joystick.
For automotive, we needed to have solid CAD import workflows and ultra-realistic car rendering. What started as a small effort has grown significantly, and today Unreal Engine plays a major role in the industry's visualization workflows. Let's take a look at a preview of a new BMW digital twin visualized with Unreal Engine. This is their new 5
Pax
series.
Day. Stop
and as
showing
you can
me
see,
cars.
The car looks amazing in UE.
I don't understand.
This goes beyond color and option changes. This is a true
Put the
digital
car in
twin
armor.
made of over 20,000 pieces
armor,
of the entire
please.
car, inside and out, imported into Unreal via the Datasmith CAD
Caden
import.
Titus, hello and welcome. Thank you for the
With the
follow.
power of UE5, we're taking a master model approach to automotive data that makes this pipeline repeatable and sustainable
Yeah,
for
skipping mountains and
manufacturing.
giving us freaking cars.
And now that you've gotten a sneak peek, we invite you to the session here at UE Fest, where you'll be able to see this BMW project and workflow in more detail.
Nobody's going to your BMW branding event. Show me mainframe and Pax Day.
As
The
for
car
virtual
is
production,
already on armor.
we began with video capture card support
I know.
and evolved into LED walls and in-camera VFX, revolutionizing TV
Put it
film
in medieval
production.
plate, you know?
And we're not stopping there. With Unreal Engine 5.5, we've made significant strides, moving some key features to production ready. Like our SMT2110 integration for in-camera VFX, which provides a cost-effective, low-latency, flexible solution for LED wall setups. We've added multi-camera support as well as inner frustum splitting for maximum performance at high resolutions. We also have the depth of field compensation tool that correctly
Isn't that just
defocuses
what
the LED wall
Star
for
Wars uses
improved
to make all
realism.
of those really bad TV series?
Some of our experimental tools will be moving to beta, like our motion design mode, which helps artists create stunning motion graphics.
Whoa.
The movie render graph used to export your offline render passes has improved workflows and increased render layer support. And the Live Link Hub
Hey, that
for
looks
your
cool.
motion
What was
capture
that?
needs now support third-party plugins to expand its capabilities. In parallel to our in-camera VFX efforts, we increased our
fast.
focus towards linear animation pipelines. And we will continue to invest heavily in our animation authoring
There are
tools
like
and offline rendering
300
workflows.
Pax Dei enjoyers. There are more
These
than
updates
300
offer virtual production teams more efficient, cost-effective tools for
There are at
enhanced
least
realism, faster workflows,
400 Pax Dei
and greater creative control. All right, that was a
3D
lot.
chainmail paint jobs of a family.
If you want to dig in deeper
minivan.
to anything I mentioned today, as well as other exciting features, be sure to check out one of our many talks here at Fest. And as always, you can follow our roadmap for regular updates on what the team is working on.
No, go away. Show us some of your
Unreal
dubs.
Engine 5.5 marks another significant step in our mission to empower creators to
Can they
bring
get
their
rid of the
visions to
noisy
life
wood
and
floors?
craft amazing experiences.
That's the
Your
that's the
feedback and the way you
procedural
push
sound
the
engine
limits
at
with
work.
each release drives us to keep improving the engine for everyone. We invite you to explore the 5.5 preview,
I'm gonna have an
experiment,
aneurysm.
create, and enjoy. Now, let's welcome Sax to the stage. Thank you.
Welcome who? Oh God, here we go.
Thanks, Simon. Hello, everyone.
Time to talk about
Great
Fortnite.
to be here today at Unveil Fest to share what's new with Unveil Editor for Fortnite. We launched UEFN to enable creators to build their own games inside
Pax.
of Fortnite and be compensated
This guy's
fairly
name is
based
one
on
letter
player
off from
engagement.
what we want.
Many of
So
you here in
close,
the
but
audience
yet so
today
far.
have helped expand what's possible with UEFN. Let's take a look at some of the amazing content so far.
Well, this is all the player-made stuff. Is Fall Guys in Fortnite now? Like full blown?
We want to put the most powerful tools into your hands as we continue to make Fortnite the most creator-friendly ecosystem to develop and launch games. UEFN puts the power of Unreal Engine at your fingertips, but it's unique at the speed at which you can iterate on your game. You can rapidly prototype in UEFN, connect to the live Fortnite environment on PC, console, and mobile with no dev kit needed. Let's start with an update on how we're working to improve discoverability of your games. A
Fall
key
Guys is a part
aspect
of
of
Final
finding
Fantasy. You're
success
pulling my
within
leg.
the ecosystem is how your content is surfaced to players and discover. That's the interface
You're pulling my
where
leg.
Fortnite players can explore and find their next favorite game. We recently launched new Discover features to get your island in front of the right players with personalized recommendations updated hourly. And with over 400 new islands releasing every single day, improving Discover has never been more important. We have a lot more work to do. Behind me, you will see part of
So we can
the
just go in there
redesigned
and make
version of Discover
a
that will
game
launch soon. And you will
in
be able
Fortnite, and then
and we'll continue to
people
iterate
will
to enable players to find new
watch
genres
it,
that they love, including
play it.
deeply regional content. You can learn a lot more about the new features at the Discover Talk on Thursday at 11:45. So once
Discover
players
Talk.
discover and
Nobody
play your
wants to
game,
discover
the
this.
economy will reward your success. In Fortnite ecosystem, it's simple. If players play your game, you get paid.
just like Roblox.
We
So
continuously
it's just
working on new features that empower you to
a more
deliver
grown-up
highest
version of
quality
Roblox.
content and help you build and manage your business in Fortnite.
less
As of
child
today,
predators or
we've
something.
had 134,000 islands published with UEFN. We paid out $479 million to creators.
You paid out to the
Thank you.
creators as opposed to the creators earning something.
The
from
central
it?
hub to manage and grow
I'm
your
so
business
confused.
is the Creator Portal. Recently, we've added more key analytics around impressions, clicks, and section duration in Creator Portal.
They all look like
the
they're
goal
being
is to help you
forced to
hone
do
in
it.
on what elements of your island exactly are resonating
they're
with
gonna-
players and where you have
they gotta make
insights
that
for areas
money.
of improvement. This is just one example,
that
and you
guy's
can learn a lot
wristband.
more
Is
about
that
the
a
Creator
tattoo?
Portal at our talk on Thursday at 2 p.m. Now, let's dive into the new features that we're building for UEFN itself. Our aim is to build tools
I
and
feel like these
platforms
are
that
just
enable you to make the
advertisements for the
games that you
different
want to make
talks for
and
developers.
publish them directly into Fortnite. While we still have a ways to go, in the next few months, we're addressing some of the big holes in the capabilities of the platform. So first, Fortnite players love a good shooter game. However, there's a perspective that has been neglected, first-person shooters.
He's nervous
That's why I'm
because
excited to share
he knows
that
that
we've
everyone's
just
trying to
released
watch
the
Pax Day.
experimental first-person camera mode device in UEFN. This is going to enable creators
And he knows that
to
we
give
don't
the
wanna see
ability
the
to
crap
build
that he's
islands
showing.
in some of today's most popular genres, including tactical, team-based, and ability-based shooters. You can start building and experimenting today, and you'll be able to
This is
publish those
Fortnite.
islands to players later this year.
Huh.
And to further support the development of first-person games over the next year, we'll also be introducing the ability to create fully custom weapons, deeper UI capabilities, and finally, global leaderboards.
Huh. Give us first person for PAX Day. Oh,
Shooters
that might
is
be a
just one
jump.
genre that players love.
Say
More casual
pixels
experiences
more.
are fast gaining popularity in the ecosystem. On average, about 1/3 of time spent playing creator-made games is in non-combat games now, and that share has been growing over time. Let's talk about what we're going to do to enable more of these genres. We're focused on making it easier to create casual and social games with the introduction of text chat coming very soon. Within the next year, we'll also release fully custom items and in-world UI capabilities. And all of these features would enable you to build games in a variety of genres like social roleplay, action RPGs, horror, and much more. And then finally,
They even have that
a
like
core tool that supports
unique
both shooter and casual games is
skin
Scene Graph. And like our new entity and component framework.
condition that you can have where you have
We launched Scene
a
Graph,
lack
an
of
experimental
pigmentation.
feature in June,
Isn't
giving
that
you
like
the early
super
access
rare?
to the
What is with our
tools
fascination
as
with
we
that
continue
recently?
to iterate and improve based
I feel
on
like a
your
lot of
feedback.
characters are being given the opportunity to
Now,
have
in
that.
December, Scene Graph will be moving into beta, meaning you'll finally be able to publish your islands. So
interesting.
Scene Graphs enable you to iterate and create variations of your content much more efficiently, build better experiences faster, greater control over core engine systems like audio, physics, particle meshes, and then finally, you can inject custom gameplay logic with verse components. So one more thing. We love giving you tools that spark creativity
got you.
and the opportunity to
He was
build
for
with
sure
world-class
waiting
IP,
for people
like
to
we did with
applaud.
Fall Guys, Lego, and Rocket Racing.
You're gonna have to
earlier this
applaud
year.
for him.
So what better way to bring the brawler genre to Fortnite than partnering with Paramount to bring you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
You need to know that everyone exists so they feel better. Yeah, I know. TMNT. The two 13-year-olds were excited. Gotta have that representation. No, it would be cool to be able to make a character like that in Pax Day. I can see people making some cool characters like that. But it's basically the same thing as tattoos, custom tattoos. Create your own TMNT islands. Not anything new.
You're just as excited.
I think the presentation goes
So,
till 11.
Starting today, you can get custom weapons, devices, templates, and assets that enable you to build your very own authentic TMNT island that you can publish in November. Anyone in the Island Creator Program can publish islands with these tools by agreeing to the 15% engagement payout share with Paramount. And if you've already signed the agreement to create Lego islands, you don't have to sign again. So you'll be able to use TMNT devices, including the classic turtle weapons, world-building
They
POIs,
make you sign an
the
agreement
Technodrome,
to use their
fully
assets?
playable, and along with the existing UEFN tools to build out your experience.
There's
And all of that,
hour of this.
paired with our new camera system,
I don't.
custom branded
I think
NPCs, and
they're gonna start
TMNT
bringing out
themed UI,
developers for talks
unlocks
now.
the building of classic beat-em-up experiences. We're also releasing the post-processing features you saw to all Fortnite creators to enable them to transform your
The
experience and
lack
give
of
them like a classic comic
impacts
book
is a
feel.
UE thing, not a I think there is.
So one of the
games
ways that we
have
here at
high
Epic
impact on
use to improve our
on
tools
hits
is by
in
using them
UE5.
ourselves.
It's just
And
they're
earlier
not
this
showing
year,
them here.
we shared that we'll be shipping a season in Battle Royale built fully in UEFN by the end of 2025. As a step on that journey, we're building 2 projects currently using a mix of
That's just
UEFN
like a-
and internal features. The first,
I'm gonna
an
just do
updated
that every
version of
time they
Reload
wait for an
that
applause
players
and
will
nothing
experience in the
happens.
coming weeks. The focus on the rebuild was dialing in core editor workflows. Otherwise, to players, it's completely transparent that it went into UEFN. Later this year, we're launching a brand new game made primarily in UEFN to stress test Verse and the
shells.
UX framework.
Kind of like plate armor.
We made the decision at
Probably
Epic
level
to
38
move our
crap.
first-party teams to UEFN sooner
Yeah,
to
it's probably
to
pretty
accelerate
difficult.
feature development with the goal of creating better, more robust tools for everyone faster. Right now, it might seem that UE and UEFN are still really far apart, but Verse, Scene Graph, and the APIs that we're releasing in December are all part of the
The
foundation
guy
for the
holding up
future
the
of
clap
UE6.
now signs is on a tea break.
This incredible community
Probably
of
is.
creators is expanding what's
Although they're
possible in
Seattle,
Fortnite and
it's probably a
beyond.
smoke break.
Thank you for your tremendous contributions to the Epic ecosystem. Thank you for your time. Now, please welcome Dana Cowley to the stage.
All right, goodbye. Hey.
Thank you for that update, Sax.
The
So the
marketing
opportunities
director.
are
Of course,
limitless.
she's smiling and
Whatever
ready
you
to
want
present.
to build, we provide the tools, and you make it real or unreal. Now, before we welcome up our next guests up to the stage, we'd like to share a little bit about what's new over at the Epic developer community. We've brought lots of improvements to the learning experience and features that will help
Is
you
this gonna
get
be
the
Pax Day?
information you need. First, we've migrated all Unreal Engine documentation to the Epic developer community for a more seamless experience, including better search and navigation. Second, we've overhauled the tutorial editor to make writing tutorials easier and faster. And third, we've improved profiles to raise the visibility of your own contributions to the community. And on top of that, we've launched the user directory to help you search over 1 million profiles, and you can now use team profiles to promote your studio. And today, we're happy to announce that we have launched an all-new hub with dedicated resources to throw our support behind small and emerging developers
Now we're at
with big
indies.
ambitions. Epic for
Lead it
Indies
into
is a new
mainframe.
space for independent game developers within the Epic developer community, and we invite you to learn all about the new perks, get to know each other, share your knowledge and ideas there. In addition to the forum, please check out the new learning library. The hub is really for developers across all engines,
Man, she
stores,
seems really
and
uncomfortable up
services.
there too.
Doors are open, and we're going to be bringing you monthly live streams with industry guests, hosting office hours with our technical teams, and so much more. And in case you missed it, this summer we hosted Project Titan, an open-world art jam in which over 500 talented artists contributed over 60 gigs of meshes, textures, materials, animations, Niagara particle systems, all of which we will be releasing for free to you on Fab later this year. Thank you.
Oh. A bunch of people came and contributed to the same thing. Is that what it is?
Moving on with the show, this next team is really pushing on what it takes to build persistent online social worlds. Mainframe Industries has a legacy that includes working on some of the most celebrated AAA and massively multiplayer online games. And over the last few years, they've been hammering on UE5 with the goal of giving players limitless possibilities to make the world of Pax Dei truly their own. So please welcome Thor Gunnarsson and Shulka Haro to the stage.
Let's go. That's an overused soundbite now.
Thanks, Dana, for having us. I'm Thor Gunnarsson, co-founder and CEO at Mainframe Industries.
And I'm Shulka Haro, co-founder and chief product officer. It's super exciting to be here.
We're a European-based independent developer, a small team passionately crafting a one-of-a-kind MMO. It's a project some of us have been dreaming of for more than 20 years. We call it Pax Dei.
Our game is what we call a social sandbox MMO. Taking inspiration from medieval Europe, Pax Dei is a vast open world shared between thousands of players. Here, you choose the role you want to play, explore the land, build your home, and forge your reputation.
First and foremost, Pax Dei is a place. As we set about creating an MMO for the modern age, we knew the first thing we had to get right was the world. We spent a lot of time establishing the right atmosphere. We want the world of Pax Dei to feel grounded and familiar, while at the same time looking cinematic, more vibrant, and larger than life.
Unreal Engine empowers our relatively small team to punch way above our weight class in terms of project scope and quality. Lumen allows us to achieve unparalleled realism in our environments, while Nanite ensures that even the most intricate details are rendered flawlessly without compromising performance.
And we have the ability to render player-made structures in real time, in minute
that's the
detail,
Golden City,
and
y'all.
at great distances. Players can gaze out over miles of
Let's
terrain,
go.
spotting distant landmarks and player-built cities that invite exploration.
One of the most powerful extensions we've made to Unreal is the ability to seamlessly transition player state between Unreal servers. By stitching together a fleet of Unreal servers, we created a game world over 150 square miles in size that can support over 8,000 players in a single game instance. As players travel, servers are automatically spun up, ensuring a smooth gameplay experience.
Pax Dei is a true sandbox. The world's a stage, a blank canvas for players to make their own. Everything players use in the game has to be crafted, starting with your home. We've been amazed at the level of creativity our players have shown using the modular building system in the game. And when full clans join forces, whole player-created civilizations start to emerge.
Our vision for Pax Dei required us to address heads-on the classic challenge any MMO faces: how to handle high player density.
It's okay.
To tackle this, we created tech that dynamically
okay
distributes
build.
players across layers.
That's a better build, though.
This allows the server capacity to temporarily scale in the same location whenever that zone requires higher concurrency. Player and world state is persisted across all the layers, with each layer corresponding to a single Unreal server. For layering, clans can work together to build huge structures such as cities, while still sharing the same persisted world. An all persisted state, such as buildings, inventories, and market stalls, is intelligently shared and
Let's
replicated using a
go.
robust backend that
GC6,
ensures
getting the
transactionality
reps.
and data integrity.
And it's not only buildings. Every weapon, dress, or piece
Free.
of armor in Pax Dei is player-created. We work hard on giving each item a level of detail that will make players proud of having crafted it. And soon we're going to be adding a lot of depth to this aspect of our game.
We're currently upgrading our wear and tear system to dynamically adjust the appearances of individual pieces of equipment, reflecting how much damage is received, to know if it's time for repair. We also built each item from the ground up to be modular, making it easy to adjust the fabric and color, add patterns or symbols, or change the trim. With these options, players will soon be able to express as much creativity in customizing their appearance as they already enjoy in the building side of the game.
Our game requires the community to come alive. To all the players that have joined us in early access so far, thank you. We've been humbled by your feedback, support, and passion, and we couldn't do it without you. If you want to support a team making something fresh in the MMO space, please join our early access now and help us build a virtual world that we can all inhabit for years to come. Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks so much,
Wow.
Dor and Shulka. All right, now it's your turn to go build something fun in Pax Dei.
Yeah, it
Coming
is.
up to the stage next
Hey,
is a friend of ours who leads a team
selfless
that
plug.
brings
If
next
anyone
level creative
is
genius
still
to both film
unpurchased,
and games. Matt
help the
Novus
channel
has
out.
been stretching
Use
their
the
wings
referral
with
code at the
Unreal
top.
for years. From award-winning
Hold up.
movies
Okay.
and television shows,
Do we want to
to
go back
Fortnite
and just watch
concerts
that
bring
over and over
joy
and over
to
again?
millions of people around the world. That's really all you need to know.
I feel like we
so
do.
let's get him up here. Give it up for Ben Grossman.
I think it's time
Thanks, Dana.
to go back and take a look at some things here.
Good crowd.
All right, so let's watch it. Let's roll it back.
Thor Gunnarsson, co-founder and CEO at Mainframe Industries.
Let's bring this up. We'll
And
we'll
I'm
pause
Shulka,
it
our
occasionally.
co-founder and
We'll see
chief
what we
product
can get
officer.
here.
It's super exciting. to be
There's a
here.
couple of things that I saw there.
We're a European-based independent developer.
There's a couple of
small
things I
team
saw there.
Passionately crafting a one-of-a-kind MMO.
We'll have to do our check marks
It's a
for our
project
list
some
as
of
well.
us have been dreaming of for more than 20 years. We call it Pax Dei.
Our
Okay.
game is what we call a social sandbox MMO, taking inspiration.
Establishing the right atmosphere.
let's get a
We
little bit
want
further
the world
along
of
here.
Pax Dei to feel grounded and familiar, while at the same time looking cinematic, more vibrant, and larger than life.
Unreal Engine empowers a relatively small team to punch way above our
You've
weight
seen your
class
city
in terms
before.
of project scope
Hey,
and quality.
hey, I know, but
Lumen
we saw
allows us to
dies
achieve
here as
unparalleled
well.
realism in our environments, while Nanonet ensures that even the most intricate details are rendered flawlessly without compromising performance.
All right.
And we have the ability to render player-made structures in real time, in minute detail, and
Okay, just really quick shout out. Great work to everyone in the Golden Company who have worked vigilantly on the Golden City. This is indeed the Golden City. Still work in progress. Looks like they recorded
great
this maybe a
distances.
week or two ago.
Players can gaze out over miles of terrain, spotting distant landmarks and player-built cities that invite exploration.
One of the most powerful extensions
I think we
made
know
to Unreal is the
who built
ability
that
to
one too. I'm
seamlessly transition
blanking,
player state
and I don't
between
want to
Unreal
attribute the
servers.
wrong person though.
By stitching together a fleet of Unreal servers, we create a game world
Yeah,
over
it is
150
definitely
square
pre-Coliseum,
miles
though.
in size. It can support over 8,000 players in a single game instance. As players travel, servers are automatically spun up, ensuring a smooth gameplay experience.
That looks
Pax
like a
Dei
dev
is
native
a
build.
true sandbox. The world's a stage, a blank canvas for players to make their own.
Now we've seen all
Everything
this
players
before.
use
This
in the
is
game
early
has to be
access trailer.
crafted, starting with your home. We've been amazed at the level of creativity our players have shown using the modular building system in the game. And when full clans join forces, whole player-created civilizations start to emerge.
Our vision for Pax Dei required us to address heads-on the classic challenge any MMO faces: how to handle high player density. To tackle this, we created tech that dynamically distributes players across layers. This allows the server capacity to temporarily scale in the same location whenever that zone requires higher concurrency. Player and world state is persisted
Okay.
across all the layers with each.
So this is just them showing how we fit more people into the Golden City then, is what it looks like. Or into an individual city, or a high cluster of players. So you can see here, this is actually one of the first visualizations that we had. We kind of know this already, something that existed beforehand, where you have players that'll show up in one layer, and then anything that they do on layer 1 will be reflected in both layer 2 and layer 3 and so on.
Each layer corresponding to a single Unreal server. For layering, clans can work together to build huge structures such as cities while still sharing the same persisted world. An old persisted state, such as buildings, inventories, and market stalls, is intelligently shared and replicated using a robust backend that ensures transactionality. Old persisted states, such as buildings, inventories, and market stalls, is
buildings, inventories, and market stalls. Okay.
intelligently shared and replicated using a robust backend that ensures transactionality and data integrity.
And it's not only buildings. Every weapon, dress, or piece of armor in Pax Dei is player-created. We work hard on giving each item a level of detail that will make players proud of having crafted it. And soon we're going to be adding a lot of depth to this aspect of our game.
Soon we're going to be adding a lot of depth to this aspect.
We're
So,
currently
okay.
upgrading our wear and tear system to dynamically adjust the appearances of individual pieces of equipment.
Wear and tear.
Reflect-
Okay, hold on. Let's take a look here. Gift of Radarath. That's something that exists in game right now. This piece of armor right here is, I think it's like a fold or something like that is what it's called. Either way, this is a 5 pip. So this is, you know, a tier 5 craft. So, you know, it goes, you know, you have 1, 2, 3, then there would be another diamond here. That's 4. And then this would be 5. So you can see the 4 right here. So this right here is a piece of armor that actually existed a while back, and then it was taken out from the game earlier. But I do like it because, one, it has actual neck protection, so your neck can't just get lobbed off, which is great. But we also see a couple of interesting things here. Now, this is a bug that I don't know why it is, but the necklace is over in the vambrace slot, and the vambrace is over in the necklace slot. Hey, we won't dock them for it, but yeah, this is a new piece of armor that isn't in game right now. I mean, all of these are technically new because we can only go up to tier 4. There's no tier 5 in the game. looking across here, not much there. They just have Loyos Blessing 1. But I mean, look at the blunt piercing and slash protection here. That's quite a bit. I think the highest you can get to right now is just shy of, or just over 200. This is significantly over that, so that's cool to see.
Like, how much damage is received to know if it's time to repair.
So this is pretty cool too. This is
We also built each item from the ground up to
very
modular,
cool.
making it easy to adjust the fabric and color, add patterns or symbols, or change the trim. With these options, players will soon be able to express as
You
much
can see it all getting tarnished here. All the different rusting going on. This is the Lecter's Barbuda, I'm pretty sure. But we can see all the way throughout all of this, all the rust that's kind of forming on top of it. And then here you can see the different, looks like kind of scratches on the leather. Now, I don't think this type of leather existed. And I paused at the right spot here. So this, when we saw it, there was a couple of different things. There was a lot of textures that were popping up. This also looks to be like a woven wool as opposed to kind of more a silky or velvety kind of fabric. But all of these actually start changing colors and they change a bunch of the things on there. So I wonder if we'll be able to customize that.
Our game requires the community to come alive. To all the players
that is really cool. So this is kind of like the dying system.
Thank you. We've been
a lot of different pieces here. Like this, I don't think we've seen this in game before. This, I'm pretty sure, is the jacket with a tunic underneath it. The cloth jacket with a tunic underneath.
Humbled by your feedback, support.
This one looks
passion.
completely different. I don't think we've seen something like that.
If you want to,
now this is cool, and we have the bronze kind of. Let's roll that back a little bit here. Just
to all the players that have joined us in early access so far, thank you. We've been humbled by your feedback,
and see if we see any
passion. We
gold.
couldn't do it without you. If you want to support a team making something fresh in the MMO space, please join our early access now and help us build the virtual
So we have a lot of
world
different
we can all
armor pieces
inhabit for
that were
years
there.
to come. Thank you very much.
And that's what we got so far. All right. Hey, do you all want to see behind the scenes look at the Golden City? Anyone? Because we have it right here, and we'll go through our checklist and see what we actually guessed correctly on stream. I don't think that we can customize those. Game just creates items from different materials, and those are baked into the recipe item description. I feel like currently that is true, but in the future, it will not be true. And we will have some dyeing customization options and stuff like that as well. Maybe we can make the patterns, maybe not. I don't know. But, okay, since we're here, I mean, why not? Anyone recognize this shot right here? Looks a little familiar, right? Though they did take it. It looks like they took it a couple weeks ago. So, yeah, we might have built a little bit extra on this particular build since the time that they recorded. But, we do have the Coliseum that's been completed over here. A lot more buildings have been filled in. This is more of a city square and all of that. And then we have some more building that's going in all over here. So I'm just going to put this, we'll show it right here. So let's go over to, that's not the button I wanted. Go right here. And I think it's actually here, not there, here. All right. Move it. So it's right here. Look at that. Wow. So we said we were a lot more optimistic than I think. How it's made, we get a nice green. What are we doing? Let's change the color. Let's make it green. Oh, didn't want to do that. Let's make that blue. Now, select away. Now, green. There we go. So how it's made, We did get a how it's made there. New effects. We said new effects, particularly fire. I was not expecting to see new effects for clothing like wear and tear. So that's definitely something that we got. I mean, we definitely got new armor. We didn't say that we were going to see new armor though. So, but what is missing? There's still marketplaces, upgrades to UE 5.4. We know that there's a weather system that's potentially going to be getting in there. Clan permissions, knighthoods, as well as farming. That's on the roadmap as well. Then by inference, parishes, more PvP in the wildlands. This is in the wildlands, not in the home valleys. Home valleys are safe, y'all. You should not be able to get killed in your home valley. That's in a place like the Golden City. You will not be able to do that. If anyone's wondering, and you do want to actually see what the devs were showing off in the little Unreal Fest screenette, I don't even know what you want to call this, little trailer talking, buffing up kind of what they're doing. All you have to do is log in, go to Danu, which is an NA East server, and then spawn at or around Tremin/Danu. I think you won't be able to spawn in Danu because we're overpop, where a lot of players are still playing. But you can go to like Lidaw, Pladen, Tremin, and then walk your way over if you want to come and see this. It's on the only island in Caries that's in a home valley in Dolavan. So yeah, Danu, Dolavan is where you're going. We're at the Petra Day. You can go and walk around yourself. Dolavan is that location. But with that, there's still a lot of stuff that's supposed to be coming around the autumn update. We know that there's knighthoods. There's been a lot of different articles, particularly referring to knighthoods and their connection to parishes. So the way that what we know about parishes so far is that there's some kind of grace resource that you collect. That grace is then spent to do things. They've mentioned things like miracles, like teleportation, and different things like that, where you can teleport from one place to another. Maybe you teleport from one parish to another parish where there's an altar set up or something like that. But there's probably also going to be a lot of other miracles that players can use to maybe buff up their all of the people playing, or what have you. So that's really, really cool. Then we know with knighthoods also there's going to be some changes to PvP, most notably that with knighthoods, if you have war declared against you, this isn't open PvP. You still have to opt into it by joining a knighthood. And then if your knighthood goes to war or something like that, then yes, then you'll be able to get killed potentially out in the wilderness or other zones that might be coming into the game. Then they also mentioned that solo PvE is going to be coming to the game. This is going to be something that's really exciting for a lot of players because especially for everyone when they first came in to play during early access, one of the big bits of feedback was there's nothing for me to do. I'm a single player. I'm two players. I have myself and a friend or whatever that is, and it's a lot more difficult to go into dungeons or do points of interest with just two people and no gear. So that's a thing that's going to be coming. But then one of the bigger parts of this update is most likely going to be the markets and gold. So ideally, some activities for solo PvEers will be able to earn them gold, which then will allow them to go to markets and get access to other pieces of gear that they might need. And it allows you to be a little bit more self-sufficient. You can also go to a market and sell your goods as well. So that's going to be a big one there as well. As we saw, there's more armor, which probably means there's more spells on that armor. We didn't get to see what was on the chest piece that was being shown, but I would imagine that there's probably some spells that are going to be getting released. We already know that particularly with I believe it was called the Shadow. It was a chainmail piece, tier 5. It had Radiant Men 3 on it. Really powerful spell, I would imagine, if it scales the same way that Radiant Men 1 and 2 does. So I do think that we have a lot more stuff to be announced. I think they're kind of they might try and clump a lot of it together since autumn is here now. They're going to start ramping up a little bit more with what we're going to be getting. I don't think that this was necessarily something that they were planning as a marketing event for us. I mean, we could tell that having them featured was more of a look at the tech that we're doing and look at how we came up with a solution as a small indie developing studio. Look at how we made it so you can structure the city in a different way. So that is definitely something that's a huge benefit to Mainframe, showing off their tech, showing off all of that stuff, but not necessarily something that is like, you know, a big marketing event for us for the autumn update. I think that's probably something still approaching. It might be something that they come out with like an actual trailer for the next big update. So I think there's a lot that they're kind of keeping in their pockets for that and waiting until they have a solid date and they have, you know, everything in their, you know, stable build that they're going to release with the autumn update, and they're going to hit us all, you know, at once or in kind of short succession until we get the actual thing. There's a lot that there's still to kind of learn about and watch. So glad that we got off a couple of guesses there that were in line. We got some new armor. We got a server showing how the server was, you know, working and how it was made. And then got a couple of new effects specifically with like not fire or anything like that, but with kind of a more procedural tarnishing of different armor pieces and clothing pieces. So that's all really, really cool. But yeah, what an awesome little featurette there to have the Golden City shown off to a bunch of developers at Unreal Fest. That is an honor, and I hope everyone from the Golden Company who's watching, you guys should be honored that the developers wanted to show off their game and they chose the city that you all have been working so hard to make. They chose to show off your work to the world. That's an achievement. So pat yourselves on the back there. But that's pretty much all for this live stream. I know that we've been going for just over 2 hours now. We will be back later tonight for the typical Tuesday, very professional live stream that happens from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Feel free to come and stop by. We're on both YouTube and Twitch. If you haven't done so, most of our content is over on YouTube. We put videos out weekly. We only cover PAX Day. It's the game that I am the most excited for, and I have thousands of hours playing it right now, and I look to only increase that in the future. So stop by, do drop a subscribe over on YouTube, follow over here on Twitch when we live stream. We do both on Twitch and YouTube concurrently, so you can find us on your favorite platform. You can check down below. We should have links to the Professional Gamer Discord. That's the best way to stay connected with me when I'm not live streaming or posting YouTube videos. And yeah, I know it's not necessarily a big announcement. I was hoping that we'd see maybe at least a comment as to when we can see this update. But as Thor kind of said in the actual announcement or featurette that they had, that they're bringing a lot of different skins and armors and more content to the game in the near future. I'm confident that that's going to be coming very soon. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting couple of months as we get the autumn update. Maybe we get a wipe, maybe we don't. Who knows? It would be a real shame to have to say goodbye to the Golden City, but that's kind of the benefit of early access testing. You get to build things up, see what worked, see what didn't, take it down, and build it again. And that's what we're going to do both here and with Pax Day in general. So hopefully you all enjoyed watching the live stream. I know I enjoy having y'all here for a nice little watch party. And I hope you have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, nighttime. And yeah, we'll be back live streaming later tonight. But with that being said, I'm Eltarii, the professional gamer. And this was a super special, very professional live stream for the Unreal Fest 2024. We watched Mainframe do some cool little featurettes there. And we even got the city that we've been working on all this time. So that's really great too. And I look forward to more updates on Pax Day in the future. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, do all of those things. And we'll see ya in the next one. Oh, look at that. We got Batul here, literally in the flesh. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Batul. And yeah, that's it. That's it for today. I'll see y'all later tonight. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see ya later tonight. Deuces.